Hello everyone, good afternoon, good morning, good evening. I'm Adriano Baldassarre from Rome. This is the kitchen of my trattoria, and today we make the beautiful spaghetti alla carbonara. So we have guanciale, then we have spaghetti, most popular Italian pasta around the world. Then we have fresh bell peppercorn, then we have eggs, and then we have pecorino, and then we have fresh guanciale. Yeah, fresh guanciale da tagliare. Fresh guanciale. So, we start roasting the guanciale, the pork cheek. The pork cheek cured meat that we use very common in Rome.
Wait.
What we're gonna have? You see what?
Okay.
We have to clean, removing the side part. She's full of pepper and full of pepper and not removing the fat. That will give us lots of flavor. We'll have the flavor keeping on the carbonara. So we slice like this. And after that we leave this. For me is something in where the equilibrium is completely perfect, from fat, meat, and we slice this way, all the same. Since when we gonna roast, all the pieces need to be equal. So we switch on our beautiful fire. We make the pan little hot to put the guanciale on it. After this, we start to make the yolk and pecorino paste by using the fat to be ready to cook the pasta. Una bella valetta. We take a nice spatula, a nice tongue. When the pan is quite hot, we take the tongue too. We put guanciale on it. The pan has to be very hot since we need to roast the guanciale, but not for too long. So the guanciale has to roast quick, leave the fat, and not for long, because if the timing is too slowly and too long, the guanciale becomes salty. Just drop it up. Like this. Few days, I'm gonna stay with you on this page. We'll make some pasta, some other recipe. Maybe tomorrow we do the gnocchi. So let's follow us. Same time, same page, same kitchen, same happiness, same mood. Even better, different pasta. the guanciale start to take the color, and after some times we are already ready to cool it down. In the bottom we put a small pot where the fat will go, and on top we leave the meat to stand. A bit of this we're gonna use for the pasta. Little bit. We leave on the side, and we're gonna put on top crunchy. So you see, this is the guanciale ready. This time, in a while, we do this. And now we have the guanciale already cooled. So once you remove the guanciale from the fat, the cooking time stops and the fat is down. The pan, we leave this pan ready to make the pasta, because in that pan we already have the flavor, the essence and the essential flavor of the carbonara is in the pan. We now go forward with the eggs mixer. So we take 2 eggs. And we don't need to. Very important to don't break the yolk, because by now we need to take the yolk and put into another container. Bianca così, per favore. Giusto, buona la pasta. Now, since we are ready to start, we put the 2 yolk into the bowl, and we put 1 whole egg. So the eggs are in the container, which are big, and we are now ready to go forward. We bring the temperature of the eggs a little bit down. So this in the different seasoning of pecorino. One is 10 months, one only the 12 months. It might get too salty, and pecorino is actually 95% of the result of the side Italy. The pecorino is not. I'm from Rome, and my heart is little saying that, but you can, if you prefer spread, cutting the recipe, making pecorino and parmesan. So we this is what is coming up. Slowly rolling. We add a little bit more fat. And we let it rest by the time the pasta gonna start to cook, but not yet. At this point, we add fresh pepper. mix again. Mixing. So we have a nice cream. Somebody like melting, somebody like don't melt. We also have a couple of recipes. But this is the very common and traditional to make at home. Just prepare with some pecorino. One second. Put the pasta down. Bring the pasta into the pan. Let me show you. I'll show you later. Then emulsify the pasta. Put everything on top. Toast together. The pasta is done. Sounds easy. It is, but need to follow a little bit. So we use the spaghetti because in Rome the carbonara is basically made with the spaghetti. Then we can have a better comfort by using the rigatoni or mazzemaniche or whatever we want, short pasta. I like the carbonara with the spaghetti, and this is the one I use. Very common spaghetti, not spaghettone, not the thick one, but the very classic spaghetti. So we put a nice portion of pasta down, this. So now the pasta is going into the water. By the time the pasta go into the water, I put a little bit of part of the fat which I left into the pan. And I get just a little bit of water. Then put inside. So now, by the time we wait for the pasta to cook, I want to explain how we different do the recipe. This we have seen, and there's another one, a little bit more fancy, that we make with the Thermomix. We make a nice cream. We have yolk, pecorino, we use into the restaurant. Why we do that? Because everything is pasteurized. So we take all the ingredients, we put in a Thermomix, except of the black pepper, and 68, 72 degrees. For 5 to 7 minutes, always blending. Everything becomes completely smooth and pasteurized, which is the most important part to be used into the restaurant. For the rest, this is what you can do at home. There's another part. If you want to make more smooth, you can do this. Switch the fire off, and we mix continuously, getting the heat from the bottom till the cheese melt. The cheese will melt as well into the pan with the spaghetti too. We are having fun, no? We are having fun doing something in the between of this lockdown getting over. We are just waiting to restart, but we will in a while. I guess the pig is done, and actually I really hope the pig is done, and we are turning back, flying back for the operation all around the world. We are really excited to restart and to back to our beautiful life. But still we try to maintain our beautiful mood on and up for these 50, 60 days. So by the time the pasta is still cooking, see slowly become more smooth. This we can do for 20 minutes, 15 minutes. The entire timing of the pasta need to cook. the pasta has to come out from the blancher al dente. Pasta has to be always al dente. Al dente, and need to stay 2 minutes in the pan. So this is not mandatory. It's my way. So I like to finish the pasta always 2 or 3 minutes in the pan, because one thing that I like a lot of the pasta is the flavor of the egg. That's why there are many brands of pasta, many different type of pasta, and different is in the flour the pasta maker used. So better is and more the quality have the wheat, and more you can taste while you buy it. That's why I like the pasta to finish 2-3 minutes in the pan, because all that flavor of the wheat, so you can understand completely. In 1 minute, we put the pasta into the pan. We start to take a nice plate to put the pasta in. The carbonara has actually only one secret. The only secret of the carbonara is to maintain everything smooth and creamy, completely emulsified when everything is over. Otherwise, it's like a frittata di pasta. No? That's why for me the carbonara is not actually a traditional Roman dish. It is now, but the carbonara, as we know, the carbonara is like this for about 20 years. Before, in the 90s, it was not very common to have the carbonara with the creamy egg, with this cream that we know all this time from few years. Because before, to have the eggs who was not completely cooked, it was like something looks like dangerous, no? The pasta is done. We have put the pasta into the pan, and with a beautiful tongue, we start to finish that 3 minutes I told you into the pan. We add a little bit more water. The temperature of the pan and the pasta at the end of everything doesn't have to be too high, because by the time we put the egg on it, everything will be overcooked. We make a nice omelette. That's another recipe. We slowly move the pasta. We switch off the fire. We have a little bit more, just 30 more seconds. We leave a little bit of water into the pan. Just 20 more seconds. The pasta is al dente. We switch off the fire and we let the temperature cooling down, ready to put the eggs on it. The mixer. Aramse. Now we put eggs. This recipe of eggs is for 2 people, but I'm alone, so this is for me only. I'm gonna put half. And gently, very gently, I put the guanciale on it, leaving a bit of guanciale on the side, a little bit more fat, and with those out of the fire, out of the fire. The own temperature is more than enough to make everything. Come sembri?
Eh?
Come sembra? We go on the plate. Okay. The guanciale on the top. We put a little bit of pecorino on top, the fresh pecorino, and then we finish it with the black pepper. I hope you enjoyed the recipe. Now please let me eat. I'm gonna eat. You follow us and see you tomorrow. This time, same time, for the other recipe. I will tell you. See you tomorrow. Ciao.